Morning, Dojo Nation. Randy Reed here for your weekly Coffee with a Karate Guy. You know, I'm getting a pretty good following on this thing. You would think somebody, hint, hint, would send me a coffee mug with their logo on it. So feel free to shoot me whatever you want. Hey, a common question I get asked often is what consultant slash mentor slash guru should I hire? And it's such an open-ended question. A couple of things come to mind. First, I've been being in the business for 40 years. I understand that we have had some very good mentors, and we've had some real knuckleheads out there. I mean, and I know most of them. We've had some really bad guys. Fortunately, the bad guys have a tendency to come and go. We've had a couple over the last few years, and it appears that they've gone, which is great news for everybody. But we also have some really good people out there. I'm reticent to name names because I'm afraid I would lose somebody. But we have some people in our industry of such high moral character. Dave Kovar comes to mind, of course. He sets a standard in there. We have people that understand this business at such a high level. Roland Osborne, Brandon Beliso, Melody Schumann, Dwayne Spires, Alan Belcher. Man, I know I'm going to forget somebody and they're going to be mad at me. But really good business people, but also good people. But the thing that I tell people is find somebody running a school the way you want to run your school and live in the lifestyle that you want to run. It doesn't do you any good to follow somebody. I've done it. You know, I got in the fitness business years ago. Wiped me out, but I'm not a fitness guy. I got in the restaurant business. I did okay in that, but I certainly didn't accelerate because I'm not a restaurant guy. So as you're exploring those options, do that. The other thing I see is, and in talking with all these people, because they're all my friends, and when I try to help people out, the number one frustration for people giving advice is people who don't take action on that advice. So if you're not really prepared to take the action and follow what they tell you to do, then it's probably not the time to make an investment. Most of them are charging somewhere around $1,000, $1,500 a month, maybe. God, that's $12,000 a year, $18,000 a year. That's, God, what is that? 20%, 50% of what it costs to go to college for 1 year, and these guys will lay out a proven plan for you. So, you know, don't be afraid to make the investment, but make sure you do the work to get your investment back. You know, most of my guys I have got involved with other gurus over the years, or mentors, I guess a better word. And I've got a guy who sent a guy $1,000 a year for 5 years, and I don't think he improved his school 5 students. So it was. As a mentor, he didn't have a bit of problem taking $60,000 from this guy over 5 years, knowing full and well it wasn't working. I know Dwayne Spires has kicked people out of his organization that's one of the more expensive ones, and wrote him off and said, listen, you're not doing the work, so I'm not going to take your money. It's time for us to part ways. Another one of my guys has spent right around within a few bucks of $200,000 on mentors. And his business went from a smaller net to a huge, one of the top schools in $1 million school. He did the work. So as you look around, find somebody who matches your values, how you want to run your school, how you want to live your life. And secondly, make sure that you're mentally prepared to do the work. And that's about all I got to say about that. Another note, I think we got 15 seats or so left for Cozumel. It's the hotels. We've got a block. Those are filling up. If you're coming down, I suggest you get your reservation. Every year we have a bit of a hassle with people running around last minute trying to find rooms. So it's going to be a good one. Come on down. See you next week, folks. Thank you.